So today we're here with Phaedra. Phaedra's skin is very good, lots of elasticity, she's going to age well, she's just a bit congested. So we're working on her congested pores just around her nose and her chin. The only other part is when Phaedra gets a spot, somehow they get picked. And when that happens, there can be a little bit of pigmentation from the inflammation or trauma to the area. So our biggest thing with it is decongesting the area, so we're going to do a very superficial peel, so it means it'll give her a nice glow, get rid of dead skin cells, and then there should be no flakiness or anything like that with it. That will clear out her skin, and then she just has to maintain it. We would advise using vitamin C, and that suppress the pigmentation coming up anytime she does have the need to pick. So first of all, what we're going to do is, as always in a peel, you're doing a deep cleanse first to make sure that their skin is nice and prepared for the acid to go in. So we're going to do a deep cleanse. We're using a glycolic cleanser to help eat away at the dead skin cells while cleaning up the dirt or pollution on our skin. Now we're avoiding the eyebrows because they have been tattooed, and we want to make sure that the acid doesn't break down the tattoo. So when using an acid cleanser or acid peel, you're always using lukewarm water, you're not using hot water. When you're using hot water, it can be slightly irritating on the skin. So we're working deep into the skin with a second cleanse. Now we're doing these cleanses and prepping the skin so that the acid will penetrate deeper into the skin and also more evenly, especially when you've skin that traumatizes and pigments when traumatized. It's really, really important that we're making sure that we're looking after the skin and we're not traumatizing it by putting in acids too much into the skin. So we're making sure the skin is nicely prepped, and we always start off with skin like this that would be a superficial peel and build up as they go on. As Phaedra's skin is is only a bit congested, we wouldn't be really suggesting her a course of peels. We'd suggest her to do once every so often, and really it's down to her skin routine and looking after her skin every day. Now today, as her prep, we're going to use a preparation that has a little bit of azelaic acid and a little bit of kojic acid in it. So these are amazing for her skin types. Azelaic acid is great for breaking down bacteria and excess oil, and kojic acid comes from mushrooms and is amazing for pigmentation, and it also acts as a suppressant for future pigmentation. So always when you're prepping the skin, you're using good contact with the skin. You're getting a little bit red so that the acid will absorb better, and you're making sure that skin is really, really clean. Okay, there's a little bit of residue, so what we're going to do is do another go. So what we're applying right now is pumpkin. So pumpkin acid or enzymes are amazing for decongesting the skin. So this is applied as a thick consistency with a brush, and we're making sure that we're applying it evenly without overlapping. So this will feel tingly to hot on her skin. You just make sure the client's aware of that. And you can go slightly close to the eyes. The client did say that sometimes there can be a little bit of pigmentation under the eyes. Now you don't want to waste time, because obviously the left hand side is on about 10 seconds longer than the right hand side. So you want to make sure that they're evenly distributed. sometimes what we might do is combine this with IPL or radio frequency depending on their needs. If they had more breakouts, we'd combine them with high frequency to break down or oxidize the bacteria. If they were worried about aging, then the pumpkin's brilliant to resurface with radio frequency then after to tighten and firm. Or else if it's a deeper pigmentation, we'd combine it on the same day with a bit of IPL. How's that feeling on your skin?
Yes.
So this is Phaedra's first peel. It's only a resurfacer, but it's a weird sensation when it's your first time. So we're going to cool it down a bit. Does that feel a bit better?
Yeah, definitely.
So Phaedra's she'll feel that her skin is on fire at the moment, but actually there's little or no redness. A good tip for when you've a client on the bed is show them in the mirror their skin, and then they'll realise that once it's not on fire, then they know they're okay, so subconsciously they feel it less. So protocol for this one is to leave it on for 2 minutes and then take it off. So we're going to do that. So you always follow your protocol of your supplier to make sure that you're getting A, the best results, and B, that no adverse reactions. So I've discussed with Phaedra about the milli on her cheek. I've advised her to either check the products she's using, making sure she's not using any mineral oil or lanolin. She doesn't need to use oils on her skin. But if you ever want, you can either extract them or take them out that way. So it's a lot easier to extract after doing a peel, as the pores are all nice and open. And I can see from what's coming out of Phaedra's skin that it's a lot of yellow oil, so it means unnecessary blockages. So normally blockages with very oily substance is they're using something on their skin that's quite heavy. So there's a lot there. Okay. So now we are going to neutralize. If you're using a peel rather than a resurfacer, you'd neutralize before you do extractions, but as it's a resurfacer with salicylic, it's okay to neutralize after. So you can see her skin is glowing already, and just getting rid of the dead cells build up and the congestion gives it an overall boost straight away. Now with Phaedra's skin, her skin is all about serums, not moisturizers, and SPFs. So I'm going to apply an SPF, and this is nice and hydrating to the skin without being heavy on the skin.